So now you know what is power of one, you know what you stand for, then what is the next thing you have to do? That is, put this out and let the market give you the very direct feedback. So hi, Jack here, and in this video I'm going to show you a continuing training about what do you stand for. So if you haven't watched my previous training, please go up, you can see a link up there, because you need to watch that training in order to make sense out of it. And before you start even watching this one, I want you to do me a favor. There is a subscribe button at the bottom. Please click so that you'll be subscribing to my channel, because that will help me increase my view count and the spread via my YouTube channel. And once again, I would like you to do me a favor, press the button below as well, the bell button, because that will help you to get notification from YouTube, so that you know whenever I post a video, you will get notified, you will be able to get my training immediately. And by the way, some of you have been following my channel, you notice that these trainings are giving you for free. There's no call to action. All I need you to do is one thing, and this thing is that if you are inspired, take action. And you can write to me, comment below that you have done something based on what I have taught and you get results. And that's all I'm asking. Cool? Okay, now let's come to this part. So what is this thing about testing the market? Now here's the thing, the school has taught us not to make any mistakes. How many of you can remember in school your teachers will punish you whenever you make a mistake? If you understand this concept, that's actually something that is not cool in the business world. The reason why I'm saying that is this, because if you think too much, if you are too concerned about how the market sees you, judge you, you'll never post any content out. Now, I'm actually in a very interesting discussion with some of my students about the fact that they seem to be able to understand the marketing message, they seem to understand what they stand for. Awesome. But when I ask, okay, now can you put your hypothesis out and let the market give you the feedback? You know what? The word is try. How many of you very much understand the word try? It doesn't mean anything to me in personal development. Simply put, whenever I try to do something, I actually will not do anything. Comment below if you understand what I'm talking about. And how many of you have used the word try? Okay? So now the question is this: if you are very concerned about how people judge you and you are perceived to be another person who is nobody, you know what? You may have done the exercise. You may know what you stand for. You may understand truly the market message, but the market will never give you the feedback. As the saying goes, you do not know what the market will tell you unless you give market something to ask for feedback. Understand? So here's one thing I want you to do. Stop being afraid of judged by how others look at you. I will repeat once again. Stop being judged by others, how they look at you. Why? Because at the end of the day, who is going to judge you? Yes, there will be haters. Jack has a lot of haters in the world. You know what? Whenever I see somebody look at my message and come up with something and say that, wow, you know what? Some arrogant trainer, some arrogant speaker, some people are never giving face to other people. Well, is that about me? Maybe, maybe not. Do I care? I don't care, because you got to understand one thing. The last video I talked about that you can't serve everyone, because there will be people who will never be your audiences. That's the reason why I choose to work with a very confined group of people. And you know what? At the end of the day, if they are not my followers or my readers, who cares? That's what I love to say. Who cares? Okay, now coming back. So this exercise is asking you to post something. Now you can be a copywriter. Some of you want to learn copywriting. Awesome. Some of you are video marketers. You have done some video trainings before. Like me, I'm doing videos right now. Awesome. Some of you love to do podcasts. Awesome. So Jack on record, I'm doing videos now. As you can see, I'm a damn productive copywriter, because I write literally more than 20,000 words every single day. But I will tell you what I'm doing. And I have my own podcast show. You can actually search around. I'm not going to put a link. I'm not promoting this, but I have on record my own podcast show. So I have done video, podcast, and written copies. So I think I'm qualified to talk about all these things. So at the end of the day, all I'm saying to you is one thing you got to understand. If you do not put things out to the market will never give you the feedback. So you may ask like, well, but what, should I do a video? Should I do a podcast? Or should I write something? You got to ask yourself this question. Do you love to write? If you don't, then don't force yourself to write. Because some people don't understand that Uncle Jack can actually write. Because of my legal training when I was young, I love to write, so I can write 2,500 words in just simply 10 minutes. That's me. But at the same time, don't forget that I have been doing copywriting for 8 whole freaking years, 8 years. So that is a skills that I picked up long time ago. So to write something like this is very easy because I have mastered the skill. So if you have not gotten the skills, you are still struggling, picking up a pen and write, then don't write. So if you feel more comfortable doing videos, okay, that's good. Then you do videos. But you say, yeah, but if I put a video, I don't know what I'm supposed to say. I do not know whether people understand my English. Well, you know what? English is not my first language. Some of you know I'm from Hong Kong. My Hong Kong accent is still very strong. Who cares? Dan, for example, Dan Lok is from Hong Kong. His Hong Kong accent is still very, very strong. He got millions of followers worldwide. What is his skills? Got it? So when you put a video, at the first instance, you may think, I am not fluent. Yes, then have a script. Well, I'm not asking you to have a script by what I mean, a written detailed script. So you read word for word. I'm not talking about this. All I need you to do is to have some pointers to understand, okay, in this video, I'm going to talk about this, so that when you are coming up with the video's content, you are just basically following the bullet points. Because you know the topic well, you can actually complete the sentences. Got it? Okay, some of you don't like to show your face. I understand. But you also do not love to write. I understand. Then just plug in audio earpiece and do something called podcast. Right? Podcast, you don't need to show your face. All you need to do is just to have a recorder, speak for 10 minutes, then you have a podcast show. What's the problem with that? And you know what? You are so afraid of being judged. And you know, and some of you have told me that you are very used to doing video. Now let me give you a challenge. Are you ready for this? So I will never ever ask you to do something that I don't do, like what something Joe has taught me, Joe Bao has taught me. So I'm now putting this challenge. Some of you might be telling me that your weekly goal is to do 1 video a week. Some of you may have a goal to do 2 videos a week, or you write 2 blog posts a week. This is what I have been doing, in case you don't know. My target is 25 post video combination every single day. I'm actually doing my best to be 5% of what Gary Vaynerchuk is doing. Now, Gary Vaynerchuk, a very successful multi-billionaire, he has a team of hundreds of people. I don't have hundreds of people to do this for me, and therefore I can't be like him. But it's okay of not being like him because there's no need to compete with someone. But I love to be inspired by what he said. Got to do something. When I met Gary Vee in Singapore 3 years ago, 2017, I got the book Crushing It that he was written a few years back. And he said to me when I was on stage giving the book to him to sign, he said, I still remember, do something. And I didn't really understand what is do something until recently when I had a chance to rewatch all his videos about doing something, curation and documentation. Now I have a better idea. Maybe it's the right time for me to understand all this, not 3 years ago. So he is actually telling me one thing very big. That is, if you don't put out the contents to the world, nobody will know you. The very freaking thing that you need to understand is this. Maybe video marketing and blog posts will become dinosaur in 10 years. I will say it one more time. Blog posts and video marketing, which is a very big thing now, like a lot of people teaching video marketing, it may become a dinosaur or history in 10 years' time. That's what Gary Vee says. Why? Because he says, imagine 10 years down the road, I've got Alexa, I've got Siri, and you are looking for pizza. So you just ask Alexa, find a pizza for me. And Alexa will then decide who is the provider. It can be you. If you have been doing a lot of great work, Alexa remembers you and know you, or you are forgotten. And that's how cruel this game it is. So maybe 10 years down the road, voice control is the only way to spread out the message. And by then, when you start doing voice control, too late already. So I want you to actually understand one thing. I am putting 25 pieces of content every single day on platform Facebook, personal profile, Facebook page, Pinterest, Instagram, Insta Story, Twitter, LinkedIn. I haven't done TikTok yet, so I confess I have not done TikTok yet. YouTube, 25 pieces of content. And you may ask like, wow, you really can come up with 25 pieces? No, of course not. You can do repurposing. So you can write one post, and what you need to do is to repurpose to different platforms. So that counts multiple posts. So let's say I've got a piece of content from Facebook. All I need to do is to actually repurpose the content, tweak a little bit, go to LinkedIn, go to IG, go to Twitter, go to Pinterest. And I will tell you one thing, 25 posts, does it require a lot of time? Yes. But would it be worth the time doing this? Yes. Because you remember this, I said to myself, because I set the standard of 25 posts every single day, I'm actually spending my time doing it. And how do I do it productively? I've got my time blocks. So I will spend 2 hours in the morning, 1 hour in the afternoon, 1 hour in the evening, like 4 hours just to come up with all this content. As I'm actually doing this video right now, I'm not doing it on the spot. I have actually done this video in advance so that I do not need to produce videos as and when I am required to do it. I like to store a lot of videos because I love to prepare the videos in advance so that I do not need to rush. That's my thing. How about you? So I'm now challenging you. If you wish to accept this challenge, comment below. So ask yourself, how many posts, how many videos are you doing daily, weekly right now? All I want you to do is to multiply this by 5. 5? So if I have not posted anything, so times 5 means 0. Now I'm not talking about this. If that's the case, then your minimum is 1. Okay, so minimum 1 times 5 is 5. You got to post 5 things, I don't care what it is, so that your message can be heard and you can get the feedback directly from the market. What you stand for can only be attested by the market. And the market will always give you the very truthful, ruthless, brutal feedback. Understand? So this is what you can do as a result of using the exercise. What do you stand for? Let the market tell you, but you've got to post something, you've got to understand this. Okay? So I hope that this particular exercise, what do you stand for, helps you. But this is the step number 1. Some of you are very seasoned trainers. You may not need to do this in depth. It is a good time. Like for me, I teach my students to actually go through this value exercise once a year so that you know that your values still align. Your messages are still in line with your values. Got it? Okay, comment below if you love what I'm sharing in this video, and most importantly, if you have any other questions, okay, about speakings and training. All you need to do is to write down the questions, comment below. If I see that I can answer these questions, I will do my best to come up with future videos to address your questions. Got it? Okay, good. So take up the challenge, and I love to see all your comments below. And most importantly, remember, take action. Do something as what Gary taught me. Do something, and you'll begin to see the fruits. All right? Cool? Okay, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Jack Wong here, signing off. All good wishes.